Yes, I sold all my XRP at the peak of the market in October 2025. And yes, I'm not planning to get back into XRP right now. And you may be thinking why. And believe me, I have 6 reasons which made me hold XRP throughout the bad cycle, which made me sell at the top. And the same 6 reasons are helping me to stay out of the market right now. And don't get me wrong, I'm not someone who is an XRP hater. Actually, it's the opposite. I've held XRP for 4-5 years, seeing no results due to the SEC lawsuit. And last year, I made the right decision selling at the top. And these 6 reasons helped me a lot to make that decision. So let's get into it. The first main reason is I like to be a contrarian. Contrarian are those who just want to do opposite to whatever the market sentiments are telling them to do. And that's what I call a contrarian edge. In a young asset class like crypto, a contrarian edge can be a bigger thing to buy and sell and to make some decisions. And that's worked for me. That's why I'm sticking with it. Let's take an example to understand the contrarian edge. This edge doesn't work in all the asset class or all the cryptocurrencies, but it definitely works with XRP. Let me explain why. The first thing is that there should not be fundamentally wrong with any asset. If fundamentally some asset class is broken, then not even a contrarian edge can save you. But during last cycle, XRP was in different situation. XRP was temporarily suppressed because of SEC lawsuit. Looking at how Ripple was fighting so hard against SEC, I believe that this is just a temporary phase where Ripple will win against SEC, or maybe there will be a tie. And during that time, 99% of the people were against investing in XRP. But I did the opposite. I went in and bought it and held it for 4 years. So this contrarian mindset really helped me to make my first buying decision and also helped me to sell. And there are also other reasons which made my decision to sell more prominent. The second is obviously related to contrarian edge, which is understanding the market sentiments. At that time, obviously the market sentiments were against XRP. And I was like, why not go against the tide and try to invest in XRP where there is a temporary pressure but not long-term issues with the asset class. So second reason was I want to buy when everybody is scared and I feel uncomfortable. If you're comfortable buying at that position and sentiment is with you, then the returns are already adjusted in the price. What you're buying is very short end of the stick. The third reason is that prices have normalized now. Let's take an example. XRP was suppressed in the last cycle. All the cryptocurrencies ran. In this cycle, XRP outperformed those. But these cryptocurrencies, most of the top 10 cryptocurrencies was not able to catch up to it. Now we see both of them fallen. Now the prices of XRP and the overall cryptocurrency market has normalized. So I believe that now XRP is fighting against other coins in terms of narrative. The fourth main reason is regulatory risk. And this regulatory risk is not that big of a deal for me right now, but it was before. But there is still some structural issues with XRP because it derives most of its value from Ripple. If Ripple overnight changes or makes some decisions which does not support XRP in its framework, then what we will be seeing is a ripple effect flowing from Ripple to XRP. And I don't want that. It's a bit of risk, but it's not the complete reason that why I'm not investing. It's one of the reasons. The fifth reason was also important when I invested. And even today, I am a bit hesitant because XRP has a very high inflation rate. It's around 6%. And in this cycle, it was not able to reach my target price of $7, $8, or $10 because I believe in the 4 years where it didn't perform, there was very high inflation and a lot of XRP came into the markets, which resulted in its suppression at max $3 price. And my thinking is that going forward, if we see another 4 years of downtrend, there is a higher inflation of XRP, then the future return potential is already coming down because of the higher inflation rate of XRP. So that's my fifth reason. And the sixth and the last reason that I think it's making me hold to not invest in XRP is basically the chart patterns and the technical analysis of charts from what I can see. If you are an XRP enthusiast, you already may know this, that XRP is a very unique asset. It doesn't follow the trends of other cryptocurrencies. The chart pattern is pretty unique. Pretty unique in the sense during altcoin season, we see a quick move up, but very long grinding phase of 4, 5 or more than that. And this is not just one time thing. We have seen this for past 2-3 cycles. And I believe that going forward, we'll be seeing the same thing where XRP prices will dwindle around for 2, 3 or maybe 4 years. And then when the market revives for the next cycle, we see a quick pump. So my thought process is that getting immediately into the market doesn't make sense for me. And that was my biggest mistake in the last cycle. I did lumps and buys and waited for 4 years with no returns, basically. So I don't want to make the same mistake again. I'll be getting in, but I will be getting it in my pace because I know that structurally XRP is horizontal for most of the time and goes vertical for a very short period of time. Obviously, you may have your own reasons, but these are my 6 reasons which made me hold, sell, and be cautious. If you have your own strategy that works for you, good for you. But there's only last advice from me is that always know when to take profits. See you later.